Previously on Imagine Dungeons. You immediately recognize Quinn Shershot, your primary bully in college.
Oh,
hey, Quinn.
I guess let it go. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
The scale flies out of Donnie's hand and attaches itself to your shell. You are now attuned to the holy scale.
In the same way that they would typically call forth all their magical knives, she will send that energy instead into the ring. 2 wisps of light start pouring from the ring. They form the shape of a feathered serpent known as a coatl.
How do you all feel about going back to school?
Oh my God.
The party picks up after Walton took you all into one of his little hideaways. So you guys had just taken a short rest, and Walton is smoking his pipe, kind of blowing the smoke out the front door. It's basically a dark, damp hole, except there's like stacks and stacks of papers and news clippings that he's taken and kind of plastered all over the walls.
What do they say? What are they newspapers and clippings of?
They're all related to, you could gather just by kind of glancing over them, over your short rest, that this is anything that he thinks could be a vampire, and that could be is carrying a ton of weight.
It's just every politician in the city.
Correct.
Someone chipped a tooth at the dentist.
Why is it pointy? If not vampire, why is it pointy?
Why does he cut out every single family circus strip?
It's like there's a picture of like a councilwoman, and he's written like, this person is too old to look like this.
That's so funny.
I guess we've never addressed if there's like cosmetic surgery in this universe that you've built, Gage. Is there?
I'm assuming there's glamour, right?
Walk us through all the cosmetic procedures available.
Sure. Yeah, I would say in Gatherhold, they probably don't have the resources or the care to have invested in cosmetic surgery for very long. But there's like, your basics in terms of like, makeup has been on the rise the last 50 years.
Oh, it's going to be hot. It's going to be big.
Coming in.
And as the Talenta Plains have had more exposure to other parts of the continent, things like beauty have become more of a priority, as now you have bureaucrats and things like that.
We're all diligently taking notes. This is going to matter in the story.
Makeup real.
Makeup is real.
Jaw enhancement? ?
Jaw enhancement.
But yeah, so you guys are headed to nearby university. You guys are almost out of the city. Is there anything you guys would like to do while you're in your safe location?
Donnie wants to talk to Glint for a little bit, if that's okay.
Yeah. Is that how you approach Glint?
No. Donnie comes up.
Just in third person.
Yeah. And he's
Glint
kind of...
is fine with this.
Well, all right. Well, Donnie wanted to... Donnie's going to walk up, kind of put an arm on Glint's shoulder and be like, hey, Windrunner, my buddy over here, he's been doing pretty well, but man, it's getting a little bit hard to Uber him around with all this fighting and stuff. And he points to Tin, who is on the verge of disappearing. He'll go kablooey here pretty soon. And he's like, I don't know if you saw, I keep having to do this performance of creation here, and I was wondering if you were still down. We might have mentioned this before. Would you be willing to help me understand how to? It'd be easier to just animate an object rather than create and then animate. Save these for things like making,
Of course.
some death squid whistles and things like that. You don't have to use it up. Would you be willing to help me with that little school project?
Of course, cowboy. Anything for a friend.
Great. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep an eye out. Listen, often around the crags and the labyrinth, there'd be ways to salvage things, and we'd put stuff together, so that's certainly a part of my MO, and I know you're pretty scrappy, so if you help me keep a lookout, we can let the party know, too. We're trying to put together a permanent 10 here.
Of course. As you may know, I am more than confident that I'll be able to build a facsimile of a living N.B.U, but that animating spark, that's got to come from you. As I've said before, I'm not exactly sure where Davies came from, but an exoskeleton I can handle.
Yeah, that's all I need. Just that exoskeleton, and I'll give it the heart. Thanks, buddy.
Walton from the doorway, you can hear him kind of smoking his pipe, and he's like, I'll come take a look at this. The guards are up to something down there.
Taking a look.
And as you look outside the wall, you guys are maybe 4 stories up. Think of like an apartment building where the stairs are facing outward instead of inside of the little, I don't know, they're not tunnels, but
It's a motel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Except the stairs are built like into the wall. So you guys are 4 stories up. You guys can see that on the streets below, there are a couple guards who are riding their velociraptors who are,
So sick.
they seem to be interrogating someone wearing a white cloak. Like this person is, one guard is holding their hands behind their back while 3 people on their velociraptors are asking this person questions.
Ew, dude, do we recognize any of the guards?
No, I don't.
Can I
I don't believe you
investigate?
would.
Can I perceive?
What are you trying to perceive?
I want to know how squishy they are.
Can I kill them?
You can roll a perception check if you want.
Yeah. Roll for squish.
Are they stinky?
7 plus 5, 12.
Yeah, I think with your enhanced vision, you would be able to tell that, they're not elite guardsmen, but they're definitely on high alert. Like all of them seem to be threatened by this person.
By that person.
4 stories in the air, 40 feet off the ground. Can we like try to hear what they're saying? I think the Doge the player, I have a hunch that they're trying to figure out if this person's like a frost feather vampire, right? How would I make that happen with my dice?
I can tell you
I
how Fiddles is going to handle it if that helps inspire you in any way. Fiddles is like already halfway down the staircase, zigzagging down, and is planning on running straight up to just stand and watch and listen. Fiddles got no time for guards, dude.
Glint is inspired.
Yeah, I think then Glint is following Fiddles like, wait, hang on. I don't think we're supposed to. Stop. This is their thing. No, wait.
Yeah.
We can't go down there yet. Wait.
And
trying to
Fiddles,
stop you.
all
from
you can
coming
hear
down.
from
Yeah.
Fiddles is just just sprinting down the staircase.
Just the sound of feet on metal stairs. Ridley is looking for like a hay barrel, maybe like a cart that he could dive into.
The eagle, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, great
Word
eagle,
up.
by the way.
Was it? It didn't feel good to do.
Let's go, Birds.
It sounded like it hurt.
Yeah, it didn't feel
I'm gonna
good.
be honest. I think Ridley stairs are hard on his knees, so he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay up unless he really needs to.
Just leaning menacingly on the rail.
Yes.
Yeah, as you get closer, Fiddles, you would notice, I think Glint and Fiddles would both notice that it's starting to get louder from the guard's end. You can hear one of them like, Listen, no one just wears a white cloak right now for no reason. You know that this is suspicious, and then you can hear the person like, I just got here. I don't know what you're talking about. This is just my traveling cloak. And you can hear another guard like, oh, your traveling cloak. Who travels in a white cloak? Are you a wandering wizard or something?
Ew.
What can I pick up about
D&D.
this white cloaked individual from this close?
Full
Like,
of
what can I
wandering
tell
wizards.
about their sort of countenance and such?
Let's get a perception check.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Meanwhile,
Do they-
Donnie's tuning the yarding.
I
And
think that'll cover
his-
it. That's a 2. It's a 3
Donnie
minus
is tuning.
1.
Tooting? Donnie is just that'll get him. He's tuning the yarding and playing really loud. Like, what time of the night is this? These feel like the only people on the street.
It's like early afternoon.
So not the
then
time.
we're good. He's trying to bring
Good.
attention to it, I think. And so he's going to do a performance
Okay.
that he's writing
What
on the spot.
You're just playing your yarding up there?
And it's kind of like a dig at the guards.
But it's 40
I think,
feet
but
up,
like,
so
hey,
you can't
everybody-
really hear it very well.
Yeah, I need you to back away off the mic, please.
This is multiple. There's people around though, right? I'm not too worried about the guards hearing me.
I like this.
I mean, like, there's a full city of traffic beneath you on this road. They're like avoiding the guards, but yeah, there's plenty of people on the street.
He's going to start walking down as he's singing this. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
And he's just like strumming or whatever. And then he's like trying to find the tune. And he gets back to that song that he was singing a couple nights ago. He's like, no, this is not the crowd for that. I did real bad on that one anyways. Something by Andy Griffith Show. But he sings a song. He's like, de-escalation. Oh, it's the best cure for any hot situation. If you keep your trap shut, you might just save the nation. Why don't you coppers do some de-escalation? And the guy keeps walking around and just starts singing de-escalation. Very Disney, like, come and sing with me. And kind of like he's trying to get a crowd around it to perform around this whole situation. And just be
Okay.
like,
Before you roll or your performance check, because you will
roll
after this.
initiative.
Fiddles, I think you would notice that
With a 2?
this person in their white cloak is starting to like stammer and stutter.
Got it. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. I think Fiddles would not miss an opportunity to just say,
It seems like the only thing you are committed against guarding is fashion. It seems like you don't understand that this white cloak is all the rage at this time of year in everywhere you're not. So,
Okay.
1 point to the weird white cloaked person.
Okay, we will do a performance check from Donnie and a simultaneous. Fiddles, what are you going for? You going for persuasion, deception, or intimidation here?
I'm just
Ooh,
pulling
we're a
teeth.
band.
So let's call it intimidation.
All right, you'll have intimidation with disadvantage here.
Great.
Do I have a disadvantage?
No, you're just a normal performance roll.
Just a normal performance roll. 13 plus 5, 18.
Really good.
That's a 4 plus 3, 7.
All right. Well,
Let's
as-
get ready to rumble.
as Fiddles begins talking her shit, the crowd seems to like almost snap out of their bystander effect, and kind of like
It's a Disney movie now.
does join in
Tell me
on
they
like the
sing
song
too.
a little bit.
Yeah.
You can see some like merchants who have been on the side of the road selling, different scarves and street foods, kind of push their carts over to the area as like a crowd starts to form, and you can hear someone in the back like, "Man, this song's great. Is that Donnie Gash? I've heard him sing that song before."
Do I recognize this person?
Ooh.
Aren't you
your
like
dad.
pretty famous?
I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I don't think so.
I'm also on the lookout. There's 10 orcs around.
Yes.
But,
No, you wouldn't recognize this person.
Okay, that's fine.
Just a fan.
Just a fan. Maybe their
One and the
face is a little
same.
bit familiar, but
One and the same. Yes, escalation.
the guards, Fiddles, seem to like almost buck up to you for a second until they see the crowd start to swell, and they're like, "Let's get out of here."
That's what I thought.
Yelling the
And-
wrong direction.
The person in the white cloak smiles to you, Fiddles, and does like a short little bow, and then dashes into the crowd.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say that I was prepared for that, but I don't know how to say I was prepared for that off of my rolls have been so bad. It doesn't even feel like Fiddles is prepared for anything right now. So
Fiddles, where are your shoes?
I think Glint's,
she looks at her
Glint's been
hands.
Glint's been watching dumbfounded. I think that like social cues, the interpersonal communication going on here, not Glint's forte. But I think Glint would be able to look very quickly when this person flashes a smile. Can I roll perception to see if they have exceptionally pointy teeth?
Sure.
13 plus 3 is 16.
From the distance you were at, you would be able to tell that they have sharp canines, but I would say you're unable to distinguish if this is a supernaturally sharp canine.
Fiddles, their teeth might have been normal.
That's good, buddy.
Thank you.
Does that help? Does this
Appreciate
help?
you.
Yes, it's very helpful. Thank you.
This person is running away right now?
Not like sprinting, but they are clearly like trying to blend into the crowd.
Well, can Fiddles
I'd
pursue
like-
then?
Yeah,
You can try.
Donnie would too.
Yeah.
You got to go
Stu's
another.
just washing dishes with Ridley, just chatting it up with Walton.
I think the teeth were pretty normal.
I'm sure they've got it.
Fiddles, I think as you head into the crowd, Donnie did attract a pretty thick amount of crowd, and now you see that they have like, pork on a stick.
Sure. So I get
And-
distracted by how hungry I am? Is that what you're telling me?
Call back.
I'm just saying, like, they're now congregating in front of Donnie.
So here's what I would say is that Fiddles does have the ability to. Fiddles is so small and nimble that she can hide behind a person. So I think that Fiddles can navigate a crowd pretty well.
You can hide behind creatures that are medium or larger.
Right.
This crowd is almost entirely made of halflings.
Right. I'm not
This is
trying to
Halfling
hide.
City.
I'm not trying to hide though. My point is
Right.
Fiddles can get around.
Yes, but for the purposes of this game, that is talking about a combat situation where there is fluid movement happening instead of like a concert. Because like what's happening is there's no longer traffic, so you can't like move with the traffic trying to get around.
What about like a dex check or an athletics check? Let's
Should
see how
definitely follow
nimble.
them. though.
I
Try
think
and
you could
follow.
make an acrobatics to
That's
to
what I was
get
thinking.
around, and because you're doing that, you're gonna have to make a deception or a perception with disadvantage to try to keep an eye.
So what do you want me to make first?
Acrobatics to get around in the first place.
Got it. That is, dude. It's an 8. It's a 2 plus 6. These rolls.
+6.
So
My acrobatics
I
are
thought
very
Glenn's roll
good.
was bad.
I think
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
essentially what happens here is this crowd begins to build in front of Donnie, and then people can't move down the street or up the street. So it just continues to pile up.
Donnie, can you see? Can you see the hood?
That's what I was going to see. Is since I would be towering over most of the crowd, can I see where they're going?
Were you watching for them in the first place? Or were
Yeah,
you,
that seemed like the target.
or were you doing crowd? Okay, then you can make a perception check to see if you can keep an eye on this person.
I'd also say Ridley's been watching this from 40 feet up.
17 plus 5, 22.
Wow,
Sure.
Doesn't matter though.
You see this person duck into the crowd and is pretty good at navigating like their way around. And then they take their hood off. And so you just see like a dirty blonde Bob moving through the crowd now. But if you take your eyes off this person, they're gone.
Donnie, throw me.
I cannot make the jump.
You'll have to toss me. Donnie's gonna say, how close am I to? I guess I'm close enough to Fiddles. Donnie's gonna some of the change that might be on the floor. You know, I'm guessing he rolled an 18, so there might be some monies here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could roll for that in a second, but sure.
Oh. I was gonna be a DM, but you took that from me, Carter. But you do whatever you want. Do you want to have me roll for it?
It doesn't really matter if you're using it as a prop right now.
I am using it as a prop. So for the money, he's gonna pick it up. He says, "The power of de-escalation." Am I right? And then throws it all up in the air. He's like, "Back to the people." And then he gets down to Fiddles, and he's like, "It's funny because he's re-escalating." He says, "Hey Fid, like old time's sake, you cool for this?" And starts to pick him up like he did when we were chasing down the Groka. And starts
Fiddles
to take
just
off
gives
after
2 thumbs
the person.
directly in your line of sight. Just thumbs up.
He's gonna with one hand pick you up by the thumbs
amazing.
and throw you over his shoulder.
Okay.
Cullen style.
Spider monkey style. We're right there, baby.
Both did it.
We're locked in.
It's pretty loca if you ask me.
I was the one who was off on the clap, and I do the joke like 5 minutes later. Spider monkey style.
Let's get a performance check with disadvantage as you're throwing money into a crowd.
I'm getting
That's
I'm getting flashbacks to the Groka when it was so clear that we're not supposed to do what's happening right now.
It won't matter on the disadvantage side of things because I can't roll any worse than that on a performance check. That's a 6. That's a 1 plus.
Okay.
Fail.
Crit fail.
As you throw...
How many limbs does Fiddles break?
Wait, throwing me is a
right off.
performance? Hold on. Throwing me is a performance?
No, the first thing he had to do was throw money into a crowd of people that keeps getting bigger. So this has the reverse effect that
Just
Donnie
takes
was
eyeballs
intending. Yeah. Donnie flexes his muscles and pelts these losers. That's what you get for being poor. No, Donnie tosses his money up, and a crowd that was already excited, and you can kind of hear the name Donnie start to spread throughout the people as, you know, people are trying to figure out why that name rings a bell. And then with the money now dropping, they all just kind of converge and just block Donnie from being able to move.
Donnie, while he can't move, you know, like Battle of the Bastards style, Jon Snow over here, he's like looking up, gasping for air. And the irony of it all, he just like looks up and starts calling for the guards. He's just like, guards, there are any guards around here?
Fiddles is just dangling like an empty sack from Donnie's hands.
You can see the guards are using like trained maneuvers to get around this crowd. Like they're kind of hopping from staircase to staircase on their velociraptors. And then they put on like a bright orange vest to start trying to kind of get this crowd
Does
out
the
from the middle of the
velociraptor
road.
wear a vest too?
Oh, please, yes.
It just changes the color of its feathers.
Whoa.
Oh, that's fun.
That's cool.
As a reminder to everybody, these are feathered velociraptors.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because this is real.
Real.
Okay. So after a little bit, I think this crowd kind of disperses a little bit, enough for everybody to be able to
I
move around.
hope you're happy, Gage. I hope you're happy that everything went so bad for your players.
You could have rolled above
I rolled
a 10.
so bad. Dude, I didn't roll above a 5. My last 3 rolls are a 3. I did roll a 6. No, I'm sorry. I rolled a 4. A 3, a 4, a 2. Those are my last 3 rolls.
What is this, a Tootsie Roll commercial? Tootsie Roll Pop?
Did Ridley
a
also...
Pop? Are you 90?
What'd you say?
What is this, a Tootsie Roll
Did
Pop?
Ridley also lose this person?
You could make a perception check to follow this person through the crowd.
Because I'm 40 feet up.
Yeah.
Got that turtle's eye view.
Ridley, with the 15, I think you would have been able to keep an eye on this person for a good part of the pursuit. Really, until they take their cloak off and duck into the crowd.
I disagree, Gage, but I respect it.
This is the final
Ridley
boss.
is now,
we just
half of
lost
one.
a chance to kill the final boss.
He's now half of one flight down
Final
the
boss
stairs.
doesn't have a bob. Sorry. All right. So this person's been lost in the crowd. Might run into him again later. Might not.
No way.
The good news is that there's a civil war going on. So if this is a vampire, they have a pretty good chance of getting killed.
Yeah.
Because that's how civil wars work.
Yeah, dude.
So like in the movie adaptation.
I'm so mad at them,
this,
but hey, it's a civil war.
this vampire is played by like a known actor with a name in the credits, right? It's not an extra.
Are you asking me if this
Right, yeah, because like this is like Anya Taylor-Joy, and we're gonna see her again later in the movie, but this is just like she turns around and a single shaft of moonlight falls across her face as her hood falls down.
I have
This
a
is
note
either-
written down that says, "Blonde Bob vampire, kick that ass. You run away from me
Yeah.
when I save you."
Yeah. I love
think
how you're still crediting yourself for the save.
this is
I did everything.
this is
I looked in the
either-
wrong direction. I said all the wrong stuff. It was perfect.
This is a named actor. You don't know if this is a cameo or if this is if this is an established role.
They're setting up for the spin-off.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
The one,
they
the
were in
vampire-centric
Succession. I
spin-off.
think they were in
It's a Daniel
Succession.
Craig stormtrooper.
This is a end credit scene character.
Yeah, great.
You talk about Yoshi's Egg in the Mario movie.
Damn.
Interesting.
And
The
that's
only
why we
movie
get
I've
Yoshi
stayed
baskets.
after the credits.
Every Easter we get Yoshi baskets.
We get Yoshi baskets.
It's so
Little
wild
Yoshi's
to me
eggs
that,
for the
that
Lord.
that's what popped into your head.
The stone was rolled away and there was a Yoshi's Egg in there. We all know it.
Have y'all heard about the new Passion of the Christ movie?
Don't talk about it. It makes me want to vomit.
The Resurrection.
Yeah, dude. The Resurrection. Amazing.
You know why?
Why?
Let's head to shout announcements because I listened to 2 chunks and a half.
Have you heard about that new dish detergent that's making everything so clean? Comet. Brought to you by.
But for real though, I was listening to that, learned about it, and tried to steer into oncoming traffic. My car wouldn't let me.
Aw.
Couldn't believe it.
One of those cars.
That's the power of the Passion of the Christ, the resurrection.
Mel Gibson knew. He's like, no. You need to buy a ticket first, and then you can go.
No one should be surprised there's a sequel.
The main
on,
reason I deleted all of my social medias permanently is just so that I don't have to read a bunch of people being like, no, it's actually good.
It's actually...
No, it's actually a really good one.
Can't believe Mel Gibson came up with this story.
The best thing about recasting the same guy to play Jesus 15 years after the first movie is that he's going to play a 3-day later Jesus.
It was rough in hell, okay?
That's so smart, dude. It was, I imagine.
Actually,
They
if
probably had
that's
COVID down there too.
I'm so sorry. That does not exist to any of the people involved in this movie.
You're right.
That is
Okay.
not real.
If anybody besides the 6 of us hears this conversation, it's a resurrection miracle.
Leave it in, coward.
if the Passion of the
That's what
Christ
people
2,
want.
the Resurrection, and it should have a 2 on it. If it doesn't have a 2,
Yeah.
I'm a little upset. But
The
2
should
Passion,
have
2
cruised.
Christ.
2 Jesus, 2 resurrection.
if the movie is actually about Jesus' time in hell and it's just like Doom, then
Yeah.
I'm here
Oh,
for it.
Jim
That's
Caviezel.
sick.
No.
Mick Gordon
I'm
soundtrack,
in.
Jim Caviezel ripping demons in half.
Yeah, that is immediately a way better movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's an amazing movie. What you're describing is a
if it
very
was Jesus,
good movie.
but it's also kind of Master Chief. Like, yeah, that's awesome. The entire state of Florida stands with you, Gage. Like, that sounds amazing.
then that's what we should do.
Doge, don't take this out.
He's such a coward, dude. We have all said it.
That's what Greta's Narnia is Aslan with a gun.
I'm thankful somebody finally has the courage to do it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right.
But what did you want to do in your made-up world, Gage?
You find a gun on the ground.
Whoa, dibs! Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say Fiddlesticks should not have that.
I was kidding, but what if though? This is where we start a spin-off podcast where what if there's a gun on the ground and it changes the course of.
We revisit key scenes from Imagine Dungeons and ask the question: What if there was a gun on the ground?
Oh my!
I'll tell you what, that Groka would have only been about 10 seconds fight.
Would not have needed all those Arcana checks.
Yeah, I like
that. That crack ain't gonna work for me.
Groka pulls out his own gun.
Oh.
All right.
I'll show you, Leadhead. Go ahead.
Hey, howdy. Vince here. Been a pretty hard year for me. I'm going to be honest. It would be awesome if you
I've also never heard you say "Hey, howdy" in my entire life.
Hey, this is Vince. Listen, thank you so much for coming back. Night of Blizzards is something we've been working on for a while, and so we're excited to finally share this. It's super exciting for us. I know that it's exciting for you, and because of that, I'm going to ask you, leave us a rating, review, and send this podcast to your mom. Send it to your mom. And then let me know what she thinks. Okay, back to the show.
The crowd is dispersed enough for the party to get back together, unless Ridley and Sue are still enjoying their time on the balcony.
Yeah, Sue, what do you want to do?
Sue will come join. She's done washing dishes. She's poked her head out. She's curious
just
now.
wrapped up.
Yeah, they're ready.
Well, what would the party like to do?
I think Fiddles is still just sort of sadly sitting on the ground.
Donnie would like to breathe. Oh, they're gone. He's going to apologize to Fiddles.
For what?
You were trying to catch the person, and I kept you from catching the person.
At least you rolled above a 4.
That's true.
Well, are we all rested and ready to hit the road again? I know we've...
Used to be. Long time ago. I don't even remember that girl anymore.
We don't really have a timeline, but the sooner does feel like the better.
Yeah, let's go to school.
Are we going back up those stairs?
Nope.
Oh, I don't think so, really. You can rest.
Okay.
No, you're fine, brother.
Walton kind of leans over to Ridley and pulls out like a jar. It's like,
Just full of Aleve.
You could rub this on your knees. It helps.
It's big
I'm
gay.
telling you, I can kill a dragon. I just can't do stairs. It's the weirdest. Aging is weird.
It's the adrenaline. So, you guys make your way to N.B.U. You exit the city gates, and it's just a little while down the road, maybe a 20-minute walk before you see, at the top of a plateau is a college. It looks like it has been carved out of the stone. And at the top of this plateau, which you do have to walk up a lot of stairs to get to.
I will say this photo that you're showing us does look a lot like Shiz.
It does.
I mean, I found this
I didn't
photo
have to roll for it, so you can't disagree.
I did this pre-Wicked.
Fiddles keeps offering to give Ridley a piggyback ride, seemingly not understanding the weight disparity there.
Yeah,
she just keeps being like
her 1 rep max.
Yeah. She just keeps being like,
Just let me know. Just say the word.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm good.
At the top of this plateau, they have carved into it to create a sort of man-made lake. So it gives the illusion that that these towers are floating on the lake, even though they were clearly here before that.
Cool.
As you approach the school, Glint, how are you feeling?
Oh, that's what she was about to ask. Glint, how's it feel to be back? How long's it been?
It's been a little while. That over there, that's the quad. And then that building. Well, next to it, it's the spikeball field, and there's the track that goes around. So the band is practicing. I think they have a halftime show coming up. That one's the natatorium where the swim team practices.
So you're giving me a lot of information, baby. But I asked how you feeling.
Good.
Are you sure? It's okay if you're not.
There's this is a confusing place for me to be right now. It's the last Glint that was here was a very different Glint than the one that you see now.
And probably didn't know he was a royal blood, huh?
That he didn't, and this one's trying to forget, so there was lots of things that Glint didn't know.
Hey, Glint, buddy? Sorry, over here. The funny thing about hermit crabs, you ever think about hermit crabs?
I can't say that I frequently think about hermit crabs.
They don't return to homes that they outgrew. Yeah. You outgrew this. It's not your home anymore.
Yeah.
As you say that, a group of pterodactyls fly really low, kind of just overhead. And you can see, as you watch them, that there's all kinds of different dinosaurs here. There's a troop of griffins that are also doing their little formations.
My favorite dinosaur.
There's groups of stegosaurs and parasaurs who are kind of, they look like the stegosaurs are putting lots of weight on their backs and then doing little squats like they're training.
On two legs?
The stegosaurs are, let me make sure. No, they're on 4 legs.
Well, I know, I'm picturing them on 2 legs, though, doing
with the barbell.
Yeah.
You can see there's one person kind of overseeing the stegosaur training, and that stegosaur has metal plates on top of their already existing
Very cool.
keratin and bone plates. And so that you could probably figure that that's what they're training for. And then, of course, this area is absolutely crawling with the Bayan Mandahu elite velociraptor guards. And Glint, I think you see what almost looks like a familiar face. There is someone on a silver velociraptor with dark skin, braids tied, and has this really impressive cloak that obviously signifies her as the captain of all the guards here. She is overseeing a group of the Bayan Mandahu who are going through different formations, different acrobatic techniques to use in a fight. And she seems, she has an air of authority about her.
I think I recognize her. Can I hit it with an investigation or perception from here?
It's your freshman year potluck roommate.
Glint's MO is definitely let me clock who somebody is before I have a conversation with them so that I'm ready for it.
Yeah, you could go perception or investigation.
18 plus 8, 26.
Damn.
Oh, there's the first good roll. There we go.
Wow.
We're back.
Perfect. I think you would kind of tilt your head at this person, and then you remember you have a Forge Fighter card somewhere, and I think you would pull it out and hold it next to this person. Do you remember?
Walk straight up to her and hold it next to her face?
From a distance.
Just from a distance.
Yeah.
like from a distance, like one eye open, holding it next, like holding the card up next to her.
They are not the same person, but the resemblance is uncanny. Do you know what card I'm talking about?
This is Velos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that Glint's just gonna, under his breath, be like,
There's no way, right? It's not her, but there's no way it looks like her, though, yeah?
Like who, Glint?
My card. Velas, the card, and he hands it over to Sue.
I mean, they do look similar. Could it be familial, maybe? Did Velas have a lover and maybe some children?
can I hit it with a history gauge?
Sure.
14 plus 8, 22.
When you were training at the academy, I think there would have been rumors, not that Glint was the most attuned to the rumors that would go around, but right before you got there, the warrior you knew as Velas had a sister who graduated with higher scores than anybody ever had.
You know, Sue, I think I remember. Maybe she had a sister? I think she had a sister. Maybe that's her.
That could definitely be a sister for sure. Why don't you go say hi? Introduce yourself. You're a big fan, right?
Yeah.
I think Sue's just going to start waving them down.
Yes.
and just like under her breath, Glint, what's their name?
God, what's their name?
Velmas.
I think this is where you would probably recognize that Velas's surname. It is her last name. And as you are kind of like looking at your card and seeing the difference, I think, Glint, it would kind of snap into your memory that she's wearing the headmistress clothing. So,
I mean, Sue is still just, Velas over here.
So Glint, just so you are thinking, like an appropriate title might be Professor Velas or Headmistress.
Okay. Yeah.
Headmaster Velas.
Professor Velas?
There you go, Glint. Yeah, find your voice. Come on.
Call her mom on accident.
Hey, Professor Velas?
She taps the guard next to her, and you can hear her, take command here. And she turns her velociraptor, which is shining in the sunlight. It looks chrome, basically, and it trots over to you guys. So cool. You can see that she has like war paint on, and she says, "Citizens, how can I help you?"
I'm Glint Wood Thistlewick. I think I was a couple years behind you here. I'm an alumnus of N.B.U.
And he holds out his hand for a handshake.
She's like, sure, and kind of shakes your hand. It's like, what brings you and your, and she kind of like takes time to look intently at each member of the party, and then kind of looks behind you, Glint, as she sees Davy. What brings this odd group here?
You know what they say? There's
Fiddles didn't like that.
Is it family weekend? Is that right? Is that what I heard? We're just, our sweet boy Glint is here showing us around.
There's nothing quite like the years of your life that you spend at dear old N.B.U. as the song goes, and so I wanted to show them around my old sort of stomping grounds, as it were.
There's a brachiosaurus off in the distance that you can like feel it walking.
See, they do move in herds.
Sure. Well, keep your nose down. Don't get in any trouble. I do hate to clean up the messes that some of our beloved alumnus bring onto campus?
Fiddles has a beer
Sure.
bong like 100 feet off to the right with some freshmen.
Of course, as an alumnus, you have full access to any sort of service you might want. Let me see. You probably need a guide. And she, whistles. She puts her fingers between her teeth, and you can hear that piercing whistle. Quinn!
I just did it, but the mic didn't pick it up.
Quinn, over here. Yeah, I found something for you to do. Yeah, you need to stay busy. And trotting up to the group is your old friend, Quinn Shershot.
No.
Hey, Quinn.
Look at him.
Oh, hey, guys. You're back. Old?
Yeah, you know, and with you here, it's like I never left.
Fiddles readies 15 actions.
That's right, old Glant.
It's actually it's still Glintwood, Thistlewick.
You see this smile that you really want to wipe off his face, as he for sure knows what your name is.
I can't wait to wipe it off his face, dude.
Sue wants to roll insight because it feels like Headmistress Velas is like not about this dude. And Sue wants to confirm that. She said he needs something to keep him busy.
Yeah,
that.
you can roll insight. That's great.
9 + 6, 15.
May the dice be with you.
They're not on maybe excellent terms. It seems like he is here as some sort of punishment.
He's a Nepo halfling.
Got in
dude.
trouble.
His dad sent him here to be in trouble.
His dad's name is Mr. Nearby University.
Yeah.
It's his
He's
dad's
a
school.
university cop right now.
He's the primary donor of N.B.U. Actually,
the
that's
whole reason
canon.
N.B.U.
Clint, you would
doesn't
know that.
have a true
Yeah.
spikeball team. They only have hobbyist spikeball players.
Actually, Glint kind of pointed out where the quad was, and you can see that they're playing like a safe version of spikeball, where you can't almost kill each other. Yeah,
It's intramural flag spikeball.
yeah.
It's windy enough the balls just kind of blow away.
As you guys are kind of looking around, you can see that there's a little building across from the university. It's on the same plateau, but it's not on campus. You can see a sign in front of it that says Tricerahops. It's the local watering hole.
So cool.
So good.
That over there, that's Tricerahops. They don't have high C, so I didn't go there ever while I was here. But I know there was a lot of birthday parties. I wasn't invited, but a lot of birthday parties there.
Sue just wraps her arm around probably Glint's waist is all she can reach, but just a little squeeze at that.
Just hugging his hips.
Yeah.
Pardon me. And right behind you, you can see that there's a man and his giant ape that has just scaled the plateau behind you and is just trying to walk through the bridge onto campus.
You're excused.
This man has a giant ape?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You can see him you can see him on the back of this ape, just handfuls of fur holding on.
So this is like King Kong giant ape. This is a big boy.
Yeah.
Does this ape look like it knows where to access some tunnels?
Probably not.
Is it the leader of the bunch? Would we know him well?
Not funny. Laugh.
I think how close to us is Quinn Shershot riding?
Yeah, is he stuck with us?
He kind of came close to Nod and Lady Velas kind of took off to go resume her training. But you can tell how much he hates being here. He's 10 paces away from you guys, just kind of pacing, looking around.
Okay, we'll catch you later, Finn.
And he just kind of does a little salute to you guys.
That's great. That worked out great.
What's this chode doing?
We ditched him? We're Quinn free?
He's kind of following you guys, but from like 100 feet away. Like
He's so far back.
What a stalker.
It's like kind of what we're still doing to the person we saw in the cloak earlier.
Mentally, I'm 100 feet away. Certainly.
We know. We know.
They're here. They're around.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of looking around, you can see signs and different things, and you would know also from the things that Glint would know. There's a lot going on that might be helpful to you guys. There is a really well-stocked library here. There are scholars who are always willing to assist with research projects, things like that. There's a training arena. There's a school of necromancy. If you're a healer, you could make some money healing some wounds here. I think you guys would pass by like a big trophy case where, the famous alumni has dropped off some of the trophies they've had on trips and wars. Like there's a big wyvern head here. And then there's like a magic item expert. If you guys wanted to get like some assurance on things like the Mario cardigan so that you're not pulling random things off of the patches. And I think, Glint, you would have heard a couple people talking about like a black market magic item store, but at the time I imagine you were like plugging your ears and running.
Yeah, not a chance that old Glint was interested in that.
So the party you guys are free to go any route you'd like. Glint would remember where his research lab was, and he does have schematics to the university at said research lab.
Yeah. I want to go to the research lab for sure.
Okay.
I am also down if anybody else wants to make any stops, any other of the cool
Fiddles
places on my
doesn't know
college
about
campus.
the black market magic items place, but Fiddles would be interested in the black market magic
I think
items
it's safe to say then that information that we just got from Gage, that Glint continues his tour.
I already said natatorium, right? Okay, cool. Next there's this cool library, research lab. There's some kind of black market thing. I don't know. I didn't pay a lot of attention to that.
And he just gives you guys all the information that Gage just gave us.
It's like, sometimes you go to the caf and the sandwiches suck. So you're like, well, there is a guy who does sell like Golden Arches burgers out of his dorm room.
Right.
And also he has like a fire sword.
Amazing.
Sure.
I mean, I would check out the black market, certainly.
Oh, really?
Glint, nice to meet you.
So Ridley is putting some salve on his knees. He's like, yeah, I'll come with you to the black market. A question though, did you hear back there? Headmaster Velas, she called us citizens. How did she know we weren't students?
Fiddles grabs Ridley's hand and just pats it and looks up at him and just says,
She was just guessing, buddy. She was just guessing.
Yeah, that's probably right. I mean, maybe a graduate program. I'll give her that, but
Professional
PhD.
studies, yeah, you can.
PhD. Pretty awesome dude.
I'll go to the black market. But Ridley also wants to go to the library.
Aw.
Fiddles
Donnie
does not.
Is interested in the School of Necromancy.
Okay. So we got a little field trip going on, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, seems like we're going to get a whole tour of campus.
Fiddles will burst into flames if she enters a library, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, we can say that the research lab is at the farthest end of campus from where
Sure, yeah.
you guys are.
That'll be the end. It's
So
weird the
convenient.
campus is in a straight line. You have to walk through everything like a car wash.
That's
They
fine.
have it designed kind of like a zoo, where you see everything on your loop.
Yeah.
The
Or
last stop
IKEA.
is, yeah.
I'm going to say like where we were, where we were just talking. We're like, Donnie probably veered off a little really quick just to go over to the School of Necromancy.
Yeah, you walk in and
And-
somebody's being super creepy, dude.
Yeah, we had super
Describe it.
It's there is a small halfling, smaller than most halflings, like pushing 2'5".
Whoa.
Okay.
And they're wearing a deep purple cloak, and there is a corpse on the table, and they're very closely examining this corpse, like touching its cheeks right now.
This is actually perfect. Because Donnie's gonna kind of come up a little bit and like try and look studious, and was like, I'd if you were to ask, I'm sure you know how to ask them questions, right? When you talk to them. I'm still trying to figure that out. What's some of the best, like if you had 3 to 5 questions, what are some of your go-tos when you're talking to like one of these? He's like patting it on the cheek here. He's like, I can do a little bit of role play if you're fine here. So he's like, grabs the chin and he's like, oh, like making him yawn, be like, man, I've been asleep for so long. Wish somebody would ask me the right questions. What are we asking here?
This person turns around to you and like their neck has to bend all the way back to see your face. Practitioner of the arts. And they pull over like a rolling staircase and they kind of climb up so they can have like a top-down view of the corpse. And they pull out a wand and cast Speak with Dead on the corpse. Well, student, when speaking with a corpse, you want to first make absolute sure that you're not asking yes or no questions. So,
yeah, see, that's what got me earlier.
For example,
yeah, okay.
Alfred, tell me about your best friend in life. And the corpse is like, his name was Tommy. He was a good guy, but ultimately an idiot.
See, this is awesome.
Yeah, see?
This is awesome. Here, let me give it a shot if you don't mind. Was Tommy a good kid?
Yes.
Oh, shit, I did it again. Damn it.
You can see the halfling is very visibly frustrated. Breaking the first rule of Speak with Dead.
Yeah. And then we could just, pass time. Tom, I'm saying that I bet he's taking notes. I still have the Dreamweaver quill. This is correct or no?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. I would imagine it's like taking notes too.
Sure. Yeah.
I like to think that Donnie every now and then will have like an aside, almost like he's just kind of talking to a little.
I think as you're doing that, you would notice that there's like a flapping door on the side of the room that there's a sign on the door that says mortuary. So they just have corpses here for class and doing different things with the necrotic arts.
Amazing.
Just like the college I went to.
Mm-hmm. I think, in fact, as you're kind of doing this lesson with this halfling, there's a zombie that walks out of the mortuary carrying another cart with a corpse.
Wow.
And the halfling's like, thank you, Jeffrey. You're dismissed.
Jeffrey.
Anything else in the School of Necromancy?
I want to look for a book, like some
I want to learn something.
A book with a screaming face on the
cover.
cover.
In here besides that? That is helpful.
I don't know.
I wasn't sure if there was some kind of scroll. Can I do a perception check? See if there's like a scroll I can nip here for free.
Sure. Yeah.
Worst case scenario. Hey, worst case scenario. Funny scene. Pretty good.
Just trying to learn something. 18. 30 plus 5.
Hey, with an 18. With an 18, you do find a spell, like a scroll that is in like a wastebasket. It's just folded up in there. And when you pull it out, this was supposed to be a spell of cause fear, but because they messed up the glyphs, it's scratched out and called cause beer.
Wait, that feels like the best discovery on a college campus. Why is that in the trash can?
It's actually Cosmere, and it created
the Stormlight
the Stormlight Archives.
Well, yes, that ended up there. I didn't want my pupils learning that one. You should never practice necromancy without a clear head.
100%. That's what I have always thought myself. I'll just throw this back away.
There's another one
sleight
in there.
of hand. There's 2.
There's another one in there
here.
that was supposed to be a chill touch spell, but same kind of deal. It's a chill crutch now, so it would help you with a broken leg, but it's really cold.
Just made out of icicles.
Yeah.
Okay. Picking those up. Well, yeah. See what you've done here is usually these get recycled, but I'll handle this. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
I'm trusting you to not give those to my students.
No, absolutely. And then finally, Tommy, how was your experience talking to me today?
The third question.
Refreshing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Guy just walks back up. Hello, dear friends. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Carter, and I think I might be the person on this podcast that appreciates it the most, because you might hear me laughing with my friends on this podcast, but most of the time I'm really lonely. And I think what could help is if you would just tell more people about it. Could you tell more people to download this podcast? Could you tell them to rate and review it and just say nice things specifically about me is great, because remember, I might need it more than anyone else that you hear. But you can say it about anyone else too. If you really enjoy it, please keep listening. Thanks again.
Are we going to have to throw like a rager to, I don't know, it's like the tunnels are under a frat house or something?
That is all I want. Oh my
sneak
God,
into a frat
dude.
party?
That is all I want in this world is to infiltrate a frat party. I have a plan already.
I've never heard of that. Those sound really fun.
Roll 20 Jump Street.
Cut to the library where there are rows and rows of bookshelves, probably 3 stories high. There are tons of scholars who are kind of gracefully making their ways around the room, studying, doing library stuff,
Bonjour.
I think Sue is pulling Fiddles by the hands and just saying, Fid, it's not going to kill you to sit in the library for a few
heels
minutes,
are dug in.
promise."
You're pulling her just dug in.
No, I don't want to. No.
You don't have to read any books, I swear.
You promise?
I will read them. I hate Pinky swear.
She earnestly pinky swears to that. She means it.
I think Glint's headed over to like the announcement bulletin board. He's just curious. Does Glint's record still stand? Does he still hold the record for the most books checked out and returned in a single semester?
Yes, it does still stand. But you don't recognize the second place person who is 1 away from your record this month.
And instead of a trophy, it's a bolo with your picture on it behind the library desk.
Yeah, this is worse than I was afraid of.
I mean, they could be a senior, right? This could be the end.
There are a couple other announcements on the board. Like there's one for a chapter meeting of Rho Epsilon Chi.
Spell it.
Greek letters do exist in Eberron. Do what you want with that information.
Rho Epsilon Chi?
Uh-huh.
REX? Right?
That's not, there's no
QX.
Greek symbol for the letter R. But you could
What's Rho,
interpret
then?
it that it's a P.
Yeah, so it's...
Well,
So
it
Rex?
looks like a lowercase p,
Yeah.
but it means
Rex or
It spells Rex, yeah.
or
Fiddle's boyfriend, Rex?
we'll have to find out. There's also there's also somebody who's doing like a sale of some of the magical items they've acquired in their dorm room.
N.B.U. buy sell trade.
They're advertising an item that they have
It's
called
very narrow casting.
the Helm of Brilliance.
Tell me about the Helm of Brilliance. I think that catches Glint's eye.
Oh, methinks.
The advertisement for it just reads like ancient crown used by
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine himself.
Who is an
to-
ent, I assume?
to impress his subjects.
Interesting.
I'm curious. Let's get a history or arcana check to see if you would recognize this item.
Oh man, I was so ready to roll. Just
14 plus 8, 22.
Oh yeah. Okay. So there is a magic item known as the
Ridley, what is that?
It's a hat. It's a hat, actually.
You're close, actually. That's called the Helm of Brilliance. It's from an old king who used it to impress his subjects.
Essentially,
Is there
it
a wizard here that's turning our friend into a pocket protector?
It's a helmet that is a super magical item. Essentially, it's covered in different gems, and you can pull them out to cast spells like Fireball and Prismatic Spray.
It's almost certainly not real, right? Is this a hoax?
It's completely fair for you to have that vibe about this.
So this is a pretty in your parlance, a pretty famous hat. This is almost certainly not the real item from history.
And then that's it. There's like a local spikeball tryout for him, but it's not real spikeball. It's like, safe. And they don't have healers on hand and all that kind of stuff.
If it's Ridley and Glint at this message board, Ridley really wanted to come to the library today, but this is also pretty new territory for him. And so he's gonna kind of sideline and be like, hey Glint, you got a second?
Yeah, sure.
I genuinely can't remember. Did I tell you about the god that I have in my shell? My butt N.B.U?
But N.B.U. No, but I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a journey of self-discovery. No, listen, when Donnie gave me that shell, or the scale on my shell there, a lot of things started happening. I don't know. That's when I started getting steam. I got the red underglow. Anyways, it came with a guy, and he goes by the name of N.B.U. And listen, long story short, I don't find myself around this many books. I think I should do some research about this cat and figure out who's who.
Research makes the dream work, Ridley. That's what we say in the library.
You turn in, there's a
very
big
cool
sign that says research makes the dream work.
He points over his shoulder. See? Research makes the dream work.
I think Ridley looks at Davy. Right, he's just kind of like hovering around like, oh, sure, yeah, yes, I believe that. In here, I believe that. But man, could you help me?
Of course. I loved research. Can I roll like an arcana or a history to see if the name N.B.U. or a magic scale rings any bells?
Yeah.
Doge the player knows that the holy scale is like a thing, but Glint doesn't know about that.
Yeah, you could roll a history or arcana, and both those would be fine.
How about a 28? That's a critical success.
Glint is on fire.
So you
He's
mentioned
in the library.
you had a scale. Yeah, this is my domain.
Yeah.
You had a scale, you said, that came with a guy. It sounds, that sounds a lot like the Holy Scale. Are you familiar with this?
I mean, just honestly, buddy, it's like a kid's story.
It is, but let me introduce you to my two best friends.
Yeah, who are they?
He starts to walk over towards a big reference book that's like on a pedestal.
It's like, Ridley, I would like to introduce you to two individuals who are very dear to me. You might say they're the shepherds of all knowledge in all of Eberron. And their names are Dewey and Decimal. Here we go.
And we're going to look up information about the holy scale in this big reference book to see where we need to go in the library.
Glint, you're only doing this to show off because you know exactly what book you read.
Yeah, absolutely. I know right where it is.
It's not too far of a walk.
Because it's a teachable moment. I'm teaching, Ridley taught me how to do smites. I'm teaching Ridley how to do research.
Yeah, you know that it's not too far of a walk to get to the marvelous and dangerous creature section. And you pull over a little ladder, and on the 17th shelf of this bookshelf, you pull out a book that's titled "Are Gods Wet?" a guide to gods, titans, and giant monsters of the ocean.
I think Ridley is like, "Oh, right," and then opens it and is like, "Oh, no, yeah, this is good too."
It goes in alphabetical on like large creatures, gods, things like that. And there is, 10 pages on N.B.U.
What do they say?
Are we getting into it right now? Are you reading these 10 pages now or?
What's the other option? To steal the library book?
Will you let me check out a book with no intention of returning it?
Yeah. You tell me how you want to go about this.
Well, I think it might be narratively more interesting for it to develop over time. But like thematically, Ridley is like, I don't know who I'm working with. And this idea that like, oh, this might be a god that I'm talking to is just like new because he's not like a man of faith. So I wanted to, when you said library, I was like, wait. I want to find myself in a space with scholars to start to pick up on that.
You could You could drop it into your shell, and then we can have an off-camera conversation between N.B.U reading the book about himself.
So, I wasn't looking for some big discovery, just generally bringing more life to N.B.U.
Yeah. Ridley, I will leave you to it. I've found that while the best adventures take place in a group, the best research is usually a solo activity.
Makes the dream work, yeah?
Makes the dream work. Yes,
solo
you got
research
it.
makes the dream work.
Thanks, Clint.
I think around this time, Donnie would join the table with Sue and Fiddles. I'm curious what the two of you have been doing during this time.
Fiddles has just been covering her eyes like it's a horror movie and just peeking every once in a while out and chanting to herself, "It'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. Libraries aren't forever. It'll be over soon."
I think Sue has probably been tried for a while to comfort and is now just like tuned it out and is just letting Fiddles do their thing.
Every once in a while.
Just keeps patting on the shoulder.
There's just a loud "Bucks!" Just every once in a while.
I think one of the scholars is going to swing by right before, like as Donnie's walking in. Donnie, you see this happen in front of you. The scholar kind of sees Fiddles freaking out and kind of puts her hand on your shoulder and
Charlatan!
It's okay. Can I do anything for you? And she pulls like a wrapping of peanut butter crackers and like puts them on the table.
That'll do it. That's going to do it for Fiddles. I think Fiddles is it's a mixture of hangry and hates books.
I think Glint, like whenever he left Ridley, he went to the graphic novel section of the library.
Just like all of my students.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna bring to this table and just lay down in front of Fiddles, just slide it across the table, like The Adventures of Commander Velos graphic novel.
It has pictures. That's great.
Catherine
pictures.
Catherine Underpants.
Attack on Triton.
Yeah. Captain Fantasy Underpants.
Yep. That's everything she needs. She's good now.
Undervance, dude?
She's got snacks. She's got pictures to look at. She is A-okay.
Hey, Fiddles, want to let you know, too, it kind of reminds me of Ramshackle's joint. Maybe you could, we're looking for a tunnel every now and then when you move a book. Those doors open up. So I'm saying you got a lot of chances here to find little secrets if you want.
Fiddles is now
How many
reading.
books are in this library?
You don't have to read them.
Tens of thousands.
She's just reading this graphic
Yeah,
novel
just give it a
and
shot.
without looking, just tipping every single book, not off the shelf, just like tipping it back and then pushing it back in again. Every book, down to every shelf, just like out, back in, out, back in, out, back in, just while she's reading this graphic novel. And then she's got the crackers sitting in the crease of the graphic novel and will tip the book up like a slide to slide the peanut butter cracker into her mouth and then keep going.
That's a movie.
I think one of the
for
books that you would pick up is titled "Books Are Forever," and underlining
She
the
won't
R.
look. She refuses to look at it. She's like it hurts her to touch it. It stings.
Okay. Ridley, as you kind of skim through this section about N.B.U, I think you'd briefly learn that N.B.U is a minor god of the oceans who doesn't really desire followers, so doesn't have a large following in the first place. But his story is essentially thousands and thousands of years ago, during the demonic overlord uprising, he and a trio of adventurers took down a demon who took the form of like a dragon squid. It is also
Does
common.
it give the dragon squid's name?
It does not. It
The
does
Kragan.
mention that its name has been lost to antiquity. And you'd also find that it is commonly believed that he is one of the ancestors of the turtles.
Like from the first days?
Mm-hmm.
Because he presents in my shell as a turtle.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
I mean, I don't want to make it super boring, but I know that Sue and Donnie also have questions around the quaddle. And so maybe that's more of a scholar question.
Sure.
Okay.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, so maybe the scholar that brought over the peanut butter crackers. Sue will just say, hey, while you're here, I was just wondering, is there an expert on giant flying snakes with wings and feathers and
Would Donnie know it's called a coatl?
Donnie would know.
I think you've told me, yes. I don't think Sue would know this. You feel free
Yeah,
to chime in.
coatl.
Yeah.
A coatl. That's a great idea. So you got anything on coatls?
We do. We have plenty of books, as they are a pretty common religious interest. We also have a couple experts on hand here for a little bit. One that just stopped by. And
I'm looking for someone who might know something about artifacts that might be tied to such creatures.
Yeah. Like if you can summon one or something.
Just in theory, nothing
Right.
too specific.
well, they are extinct.
That'd be crazy,
So
huh?
it's
of course.
unlikely
Oh.
to summon one.
Mhm.
But yeah, I could bring a book over here. I just read one last week that might be helpful. And
Yeah. Do I have to have a library card? Is this a citizen? Well, I am from here, this town that my pregnant brain right now cannot remember the name of.
She grew up in the library.
gather hold.
Here in
Thank
Gatherhold. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She used to sleep right over there.
Sure.
My brain just left my whole body.
Well, if you just leave your place of residence, then you can check it out. We'll get you.
Oh, hang on. I think you're looking for this. And Glint goes into his wallet and pulls out a platinum level library card that he got for holding the record on the
Amazing.
bulletin board.
The scholar looks at your card and looks at you. He's like, Glint, you've returned.
Yeah, I've come home, you might say.
She's like, okay, yes, you can check this book out. You can check out anything. Oh, I'll go get that book. And she like scutters off, and you can see her like grab another scholar by the arm, and you can like hear her whispering like, "It's Glintwood Thistlewick."
Oh, he's famous. Little famous library boy.
Well.
Beautiful. I think Sue will probably pocket it for later then if we can check it out and take it home or take it with us.
Yeah. She brings you back a book called The Origin of the Dragon Marks. But if there's nothing else, then what's the next step?
Did we get the name of the person in second place? Like the person who's like one book away?
No, you didn't.
Can Donnie go look and find out who that is?
Yeah. The name of the person, we
know you already had it ready. You already had prepped it. What is their name?
Yeah.
Just read it from your notes, please.
The name of the person who has the second place record is
commonly called.
You want to go ahead and just read it? Just go ahead and read it for us from your notes.
Commonly known as the Wiz, and that's what they go by.
The Wiz. That's awesome.
The Wiz.
What time of day is it?
When
Do we know
I
what
meet
time of day it
the
is?
Wiz,
Yeah, it's let's say 4:00.
4:00, and they've got about 8 hours to break this record from a boy here.
It's until the end of the semester, and you don't know what the days are. But yeah, they have like a week to break it. It's gonna get broken.
Okay,
basically.
great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we'll see.
Donnie kills this nerd.
Dude, you better believe I'm looking at feign death right now.
Oh my god.
How can I get Wiz to be willing to go into cataleptic shock? That's fine. Not long enough.
Do you think the Wiz will be at this Rho Epsilon Chi party?
Is the Wiz a frat guy?
I mean, is Glint supposed to even be there? You know what I'm saying? Like if Glint is uncomfortable there, Wiz is probably not going to be there.
Making a lot of assumptions about people who read books, Carter.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I feel like
Why you got to take it outside of the fantasy?
I feel
book?
like
What's going
nerds
on?
go to frat parties sometimes.
Just bring it straight into real. I wrote one.
I'm
What are
trying
you
to
talking
get
about?
a plot point where we go to a frat party and infiltrate it, Carter. Just let me walk us there.
That's fine.
Okay. The next.
Fiddles took that flyer, by the way, that Rho Epsilon Chi flyer. It's in her pocket.
Nice. Okay. The next couple places on the tour would be like there's a training arena. Inside, you can see that there's a bunch of different dinosaurs and other magical creatures, including that giant ape you saw earlier, that are going through different maneuvers. There is a Golden Dragon Cafe, of course, sponsored by the Mark of Hospitality Halflings.
Shout out.
And then there's like
Market.
the magical expert, and then directly next door, within the same room, it's like a suite situation where they have two doors. One's for the magical expert, one is for the black market.
Yeah, I got to go to that black market.
There's a sign on the door that says black market, but when you walk in, like it's clearly
So it's more of a gray market.
yeah.
Then.
There's two people in there who are just kind of sorting through their inventory. They're clearly posers. This is
there
not
any
actually
sort
like
of
a criminal.
Is there any sort of like writing anywhere in like Thieves' Cant or anything that would suggest that there is a different side of this black market?
I think you would probably know where those like doors and things like that typically are. So you would spy. There's like a trap door, and they tried to write like backstage on it in Thieves' Cant, but they don't know Thieves' Cant, so it doesn't really say anything.
Got it.
Okay. Let's see your wares. Knock, knock.
Welcome. Hi. Are you still wearing the Mario cardigan, by the way?
Yeah, I think it's generally always sort of on over top of what I'm wearing.
I think the young woman working here immediately notices that. Is like, oh, I'm glad you stopped in. I see you have... Ooh, this is a magical cloak.
Yeah, it is. What do you have to sell to me?
Well, our prime item, the one that is, it's going hot, bidding is open, is this Helm of Brilliance. And you see on like a mannequin head is like a dented metal helmet. And you'll be amazed at what it can do.
Yeah, okay. It was nice to meet you both.
We also have this clock of invisibility.
Clock?
Clock.
That's right.
Well, describe it to me, of course.
You can't see it, but you can always hear it ticking.
They toss you like it's a stopwatch. Just click the button and it'll activate.
I click it.
The clock turns invisible.
She throws it over their head so that even if it was visible, they wouldn't be able to catch it back behind the desk or the counter.
Do you have anything, I don't know, good here?
Let me go look in the back. Are you going to any parties or something like that tonight?
God, I hope so.
Okay, well, I have a couple of things that you might like. I have this bag of holding.
Got one.
And, okay, I'll put this here. I also have, and like looks back at
Where
you.
was this shop 18 episodes ago?
I have this fireproof armor. It's a leather armor that the other person puts on the where the cash register is, basically. And then I have, if you're going to a party tonight, I have this bag of dicks.
Her ears actually perk up, like physically move upwards a little bit, and she says,
Holding pattern on the fireproof armor. I want to talk details. What's the bag of dicks?
Well, you reach your hand into the bag and you pull it out and a random item will appear.
Okay.
Watch. And they stick their hand and throw out, and it comes out like a bunch of I guess you could say like flaccid gummies.
Okay, go ahead and put that on the counter next to the register. I'm buying that. And if you have sort of a stat sheet of the old fireproof armor, I'd love to hear a little more about it.
Yes.
We need stats on the bag of dicks too, please.
No need.
Yep.
That's an
How many
instant
are there?
purchase. That's an instant purchase.
Well, for the fireproof armor, let's see. Hypothetically, on a scale of like armor class, you'd say
Yeah, if it was sort of meta and weird, what would it be?
it'd be
Like
like
if you could turn clothes into math.
yeah, it'd be like 14 plus whatever however quick your dexterity is. I guess you could say.
Okay, gonna need that.
Okay.
That's going to make him like a unhittable.
Yeah. Oh, it sure will.
And what are the downsides of the armor?
Well, it's fireproof, so that's mainly an upside. Downside is it's
Sure.
leather.
You gotta
Sometimes
roll something.
it's kind of scratchy.
Glenn,
You could roll Arcana if you want. Yeah, Glenn, you can roll Arcana.
Glenn, I don't care about the bag of dicks. I'm buying that regardless of what happens. But can you tell me, please, about this armor?
A + 8, 16 Arcana.
So, outside of this armor, like facing you guys, it is made of leather, and you can tell that it's been slicked with something that will keep the armor from catching on fire. It is not magical. In fact, within the armor, the thing that holds it together is is a lot of very flammable materials. So while the armor would not catch on fire, the person inside most certainly would.
Fiddles, this is going to be tough for you to hear. That armor doesn't work.
Fiddles.
They're trying to trick you.
Fiddles and Jordan are angry at the shopkeepers. Fiddles leans in and looks up at the shopkeepers and says,
With such tomfoolery, such haberdashery, and such, frankly, bullshittery, I'm going to need a pretty hefty discount on this bag of dicks.
Okay. You
hold
can make
on,
a persuasion
hold, please.
roll.
And she holds up a finger at the shopkeeper and she leans over to Glint and she says,
If I washed out all the gross stuff, would I still get the same armor class? I mean, would it be as good at protectoring me?
No.
I'm going to need a massive discount on the bag of dicks. And an
let's get
apology from the god that made you do this.
You can make a persuasion check for me with advantage.
great. Asshole. I begged you for increasing armor class an episode ago.
It would increase your armor
That's
class.
a 12 plus 9, 21 on that persuasion check.
Okay.
Dude, take a 22 armor, and if we fight fire, take your first move to get nude. Like, do that. It's crazy. You're unhittable.
It would be a 17. It would be a 17 armor class, but it would still be
plus
amazing.
3.
It
Okay,
would still be
I thought
amazing.
you were a plus 6.
It would still be pretty great.
Yeah, they're like, oh, okay. Sorry. Listen, we're upfront about what everything does. How about
After questions,
how about we'll give you the bag of dicks, and for a gold piece, we'll tell you what all these mystery items are on the cloak you're wearing.
Fiddles, she taps her chin. She says, and she looks at the shopkeeper and she says,
no. The world
Okay.
is better when I don't know what these pockets do. I'll do you one better, sir. For 10 gold pieces, you give me the bag of dicks. And you do something to this armor to make it less good but less explodey. Did you make it?
No, I
Just give me the
didn't.
dicks.
And
Just give me the dicks. I'm gonna blow your desk up. Just give me the dicks.
okay, and in exchange
Oh my
for
god.
you not soiling our good name,
Sure.
we will also throw in this this bag of folding.
oh, is that what you said?
No, that's a different one.
My wife just texted me and said, do you keep saying dicks?
Watch, and they throw in like, you know, it's a dorm room. They're selling everything out of their dorm room, so they just pick up like some old laundry that they threw on the futon, and they put it in the bag, and then they pull out it like a folded shirt.
I actually
I mean,
love that. I'm going to be
that
honest with you.
sounds
I
great.
actually love that. Give me the dicks. Give me the bag of folding. And maybe I won't break your whole store.
Okay.
Thanks. You're the worst.
Anybody else?
Do you know about
Nope.
gods?
Do I know about gods? No, I don't.
I'm good.
I've recently decided that honesty might be a better policy.
Good idea. Also, if you ever get good armor, call me. Actually,
Okay.
I don't want you to have my number.
Okay, well, good tidings. Happy family weekend.
Oh, that was a great timing for us. I'm going to be honest.
They used to hold our hands. Now they hold our hearts. Am I right?
Just call him Dad on your way out.
That's also inscribed into one of the little like flags as you walk down.
Ridley has it at a chess piece in Brooklyn font.
I think finally you guys would make it. You guys would finish the loop and make it to the research lab.
Let's go.
It is.
What has Walton been doing this whole time? Just like give me like a brief summary.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Essentially, Walton has been like really obnoxiously looking for like dark places. Like, you know, Fiddles was doing the book thing, seeing if there was a hidden passage. He was doing that the whole time. Like,
amazing.
Immediately went to the walls and was like one by one.
Fiddles taught him about the cracker trick while they passed each other.
And then like in the magic item store, he was looking under like all the piles of trash and clothes, like seeing if there's a secret passage under it. And now is doing that thing where he just like announces every sign on the wall, like, oh, this one's the fossil laboratory.
Yeah.
And this here is where they do the Triceratops tests. And inside the research lab, it is dusty. There are cobwebs everywhere. Nobody has used this, seems like, since Glint left in disgrace. And so much so that you see some of Glint's like old projects on some of the tables around the room.
Yeah, I think there's like maybe there's a particular corner where the density of glint detritus is at its highest. And I think Glint's gonna beeline for right there and start to like kind of pat around on like the floorboards in that corner. Looking for if there's a loose floorboard here, and he pulls it back, and he quickly like just grabs something and puts it in his bag. I'm not sure if anybody noticed that.
Can we roll perception?
Yeah, if you want to be looking for that, you can. And then Glint, you can roll a stealth or sleight of hand check.
I think Glint is not intentionally
Okay.
hiding things. I think we got into this research lab and it's just single track mind.
Okay. You tell me, Glint. Sue got a 13 on her perception.
Yeah, I think she probably noticed. Glint has pulled out, it's like a little, it's three stuffed dinosaurs. They're like all stuffed together, two big ones and a little one.
Oh.
And he just sticks it in his bag really quickly.
Does Sue get the vibe that Glint is embarrassed? Like,
Probably would not necessarily want to share that he's looking for this thing that his dad made him when he went to college, but he was absolutely looking for it. It's part of the reason he wanted to go to the research lab.
Sue is not going to bring it up then. Sue's just going to like tuck that little knowledge in the back of their head.
Yeah, in this research lab, there's no natural light except for one window that looks over the plateau. This part of the college kind of looks over the entire city of Gatherhold. And right where two of the, perpendicular pieces of wood meet on this circular window, Glint, you can see your old family home. I'm curious if you look out in that direction or if you would ignore that.
I think Glint knows it's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the window's there and he can see it out of his peripheral vision. And it feels like a magnet, like it's trying to pull his gaze to the side. He's working really hard to not look out that window at his family home, to kind of not engage with that. He's thinking of Ridley's hermit crab advice when we got here. He's trying really hard to be a big hermit crab and not feel the things he felt the last time he was in this research lab, working at this table and then glancing over his shoulder out at his family home.
Well, the other things around this room that might capture people's attention, there's like a hammock in one of the corners for late nights in the lab. There is a table with old notes that seem to have lost some of their value. Like they seem to be discarded projects and things like that. And as you look over all this stuff, like it's still cluttered. It just has dust over it now. Glint, I think you would remember a time when you were working on Davy and you just got a bolt in to where his like mechanical legs were working. This is not Davy as we know him, but this is D4V33 5PR0CK37.
Yeah.
And during this occasion, this warforge that you've made sort of mechanically like leaps off the table. And this would be the first time this has occurred. I'm curious how you would respond to this.
I think Glint is thrilled. I mean, this is progress, right? This is, I've made something where I have in some way invented something that is at least by some metric successful, which is a big deal for Glint. We haven't really touched on it much, but Glint's passion is these little tinkery projects, and he hasn't really had much success in building things that actually work or are useful or are anything that could be functional. And so this feels like a huge milestone. I think Glint is internally like taking a note of like the time, and he's going to write down, notate really big in his project notes, like the time of first successful step was this time on this day in this room, this day of the week. Like take really, really good notes so that he can come back and reference this later.
As you're in the middle of writing these notes, you hear like the door pounding into the lab. And from behind you, you can hear like, "Oh, look, guys. Old Glint finally got it figured out."
It's Glint. It's Glintwood Thistlewick.
Glint. Well, and this is, of course, your old pal, Quinn Shershot, who he and his friends, are wearing cloaks with the letters Rho Epsilon Chi threaded into them, and are kind of like messing with all of your projects that are unfinished. Like,
Stop. Okay, I'm working on it. Please, you can look, but please don't touch. I'm so close to making something here. I really, you're gonna mess it up if you keep touching it.
Glint, be real with me. What?
It's Glint.
What's the point of all of this, right? Like, you came here and you had the shot to like ride velociraptors or, contribute to our economy with, the Ankylosaurus herd that moves goods in and out of the city. What is a little guy like this? And he pats Davy on the head.
Don't touch him.
He leaves his hand there. What's he ever going to do for us?
He may not have economic utility or provide security, but I feel like I
can finish
have to do something like this.
I can finish that for you. I feel like you might be useless.
Please get your hand off of him.
Glint, I think you would notice there's a glow coming from your hand.
Yeah, I would imagine it's kind of starting to burn and itch a little bit.
You know, you show up here in our college as a half elf, not from here. You got some kind of weird tattoo on your hand. I feel like maybe you should just try fitting in.
Quinn, get your hand off of him, please.
Quinn kind of gets a little, like his head gets closer to Davy and is like examining all the little things. Is like, I don't know any Warforged this small or who have little bolts sticking out of their necks. Is he supposed to be this little?
I think Glint is like kind of instinctively sticking his right hand out toward Quinn, and it's like shaking. And he's just like,
Quinn, please, you've made your point. We don't belong. I get it. Please, just leave us alone.
Quinn looks back at his crew. There's 3 other of these guys in here, and he kind of gives a smirk and tilts his head towards you. And these 3 guys approach Glint and start kind of crowding around you. I think you've experienced this before. They like hold you back as you take a couple of punches and slaps.
yeah.
Wait. Are they hitting Glint?
Not yet, but Glint is familiar with being hit by these people.
This is a memory. I just need to clarify this is a memory.
This is a memory. Yes.
Yeah, because if it wasn't, they would be dead already.
I'm going to flash in there.
They would be dead already if it wasn't a flashback.
Yes.
I think as they circle, as they start to step toward, I think it's the moment that it is, in retrospect, as Glint is thinking of this, the moment that has always seemed inevitable, when his difference, his weirdness, his uniqueness was something he couldn't hide anymore. But as they start to come toward him, I think he just, like a guttural scream, yells, "Get away from us," and casts, I guess at this point he's level 0, just a gust cantrip.
Mm-hmm. And as this sort of like power that feels like it's always been just out of reach sort of expends out of your body, you see Davy mimicking your motions. And you essentially just get a burst of wind coming from both of you that sort of like explodes and pushes all of these guys against the walls unconscious. And Davy turns towards you, and what was previously like glass over like a hollow head for eyes are now glowing yellow.
I think Glint is going to very swiftly start to pack up all of the notes and intermediary stages of the Davy Sprocket project that he's working on and tuck them under his arm, and he's just going to very, very quickly leave the research lab and go to his dorm. It's his intent to just skip town.
Yeah, I think it would be unexpected to you that Davy's movements, which were previously very mechanical, are now very fluid, and he's able to like keep pace with you as you run back to your room.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to like outpace him a little bit, like looking over my shoulder as he's following me. Like, I don't know what this guy is. I don't know what's happening. I didn't make him to do this, and just trying to get off campus before any of the velociraptor guards notice that I've just physically accosted some students who are the popular kids.
Okay, well, as that sort of traumatic memory kind of hits you, you're standing over one of your folders that has the blueprints for N.B.U. And if you open it and kind of look for tunnels, which I'm sure you previously noticed, but I imagine being Glint at a school, you were like, well, that's like for staff, or you know, that's
Secret
how the
Disney tunnels.
That's how the Titan boas get in.
Yeah.
And as you look over it, you notice that these tunnels exist under the building that is now the house of Rho Epsilon Chi.
Let's go, dude.
Frat party.
And I think that is where we'll end. Not quite. Okay.
It's not quite where we're going to end.
Okay.
It's not quite where we're going to end. So I think as Glint is having this revelation, Fiddles is having a separate one. She's staring at this frat party flyer for the party tonight at the Rho Epsilon Chi house. And she looks up and locks eyes with Glint. And I think she knows Glint well enough at this point to know that he has also had a revelation at this point. And she steps towards the group and she says,
I need you all to listen to me, because what I'm about to say sounds like I want it to happen. We know that the Frost Feathers are specifically looking for young, rich, beautiful people. I don't know what Glint just discovered in himself, but I do know this. We have to get into that frat party tonight. And I have a plan.
And I think this is when a song that is intellectual property-wise distinctly different, but similar enough to My Own Worst Enemy by Lit starts to play.
Great.
As Fiddles reaches and slowly, just slowly enough that the credits of the episode start to play before the effect happens, starts to turn the ring of disguise on her finger for the first time in season 2.
Yep.
Donnie, it could be under his breath, it could be just for Fiddles, but like reaches into his pocket, and as he's fiddling with the new scroll in his pocket, he says, and I know just the spell.